Hey guys, this is my completely ad hoc overview of the Master Grade RMS 108 Marasai Gunpla Kit and the P-Bandai Ballute Pack add-on. The Marasai, it's a Xeon grunt suit developed from the Hyzak. It's featured in Zeta. Pretty cool little design. It reminds me a little bit of the Din and Zon from F91, if you guys know that. And we'll get into that when I look at the suit a little bit more. It's made by Anaheim. Yeah, the Hyzak beam weaponry as opposed to the other weaponry like the Hyzak had. It's a little bit lighter than the Hyzak too if you're going to go into that kind of like cannon. But yeah, it's a cool stylized kit. And as you see it here, it's sitting back up to you, a feature within the kit itself. We'll go over the basics of it right now. So, and that's perfect example. So as you saw, the beam rifle was in the arm of the kit, and it basically exploded out of the hand. That's one of the drawbacks that I have that I agree with this kit. I was talking with another Gunpla builder, Swerve Driven, on Instagram about the low quality hand grasping mechanisms for the rifle. It doesn't have a really like a peg system at all or anything. It's kind of a cool rifle, but and neither does the hand. It doesn't have a reciprocal. They're just the opposing hands. So what do you do? The kit itself is super solid. The way I constructed it, it didn't seem to have any issues. The back skirt is a little bit floppy, but I guess that's just to be expected. But everything is solid in regards to the way that all the joints work. Shields posable on the arm. It has a cool LED gimmick, and I had a bunch of the LEDs lying around, so slap that in there. A little bit of LED light. Fancy for all your photo ops. And it just looks really neat. There is a bunch of these on the back. The hose components are all made up of these segmented dudes. They all have 2 nubs per, which is usually kind of a thumbs down, but they cleaned up pretty well. For whatever reason, plastic is pretty easy to clean up. I skipped out on doing the ones in the mask, which I'll need to do before I paint it, but that's in the future. The feet and legs are cool. The stylization of the armor, I'm a really big fan of the way that this armor setup is. For whatever reason, aesthetically, I find it really nice, and the color aesthetic and the placement of the hosing and stylization, the ailerons on the side for these thrusters, and just the panel lining, everything. I'm a very big fan of the way that this kit is made. It's cool. I'm glad that I picked it up. Again, I got that from Ryuyong Hobby Shop down in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. You can go down there or you can get them online. So this comes with this specific part, which is actually 3 parts together. This is 4 parts. 4 parts together. And this fits into the backpack. There are these 2 panels here that pop up in the back of the backpack. So you guys want to go in there? But it fits in and holds in place with this. Now, this also works in conjunction with the Ballute Pack. So let's talk about that really quick. This is the fastest overview in the world. This is the Ballute Pack. This is the backpack. Here, we'll just plug it together onto the kit. It's a very straightforward system. Just plugs into the backpack. It actually is designed to go on the Hayaku Shiki, on the Hyzak, on another gem. I think it goes on the Rick Diaz. The Rick Diaz it fits on as well. So if you've been thinking about buying a nice little P-Bandai, it's not super expensive, but P-Bandai add-on pack, I would suggest getting the Ballute, because you can put it on a bunch of different kits, and it has all the parts to integrate to the different suits. So, one of the minor drawbacks of this particular set. So, there's the Ballute Pack. It's for atmospheric re-entry for the suit if it wants to come back from space. As you guys noticed in Zeta, that's what happened. Yakuchiki and the Marasai jumped out. Now it has this cool gimmick inside. Here, if I can. There. Or not. Pop open backpack components. It has this. It has this cool, if I can get it to shade right, there you go. This cool parachute gimmick in the backpack for painting, which I'll paint up when I do this. Yeah, it's kind of straightforward, just it's mildly adjustable booster packs to go on to the various appendages for re-entry. And it doesn't really do anything more than just plug into the backpack. So these two hoses, which are static, they're not like anything you have to do anything real sort of cleanup on. They just plug into corresponding hole in the side, and it sandwiches onto the kit. Pretty neat. I enjoyed building this kit quite a bit. It didn't take too long, but I took my time sanding everything with micron paper for the most part and getting everything nice and clean. It looks good unpainted. I was messing with my video settings, so the color on this might be a little bit wacko, but it's pretty smooth. I just sanded this down to like 1800 to like 3000 grit, somewhere in there, just for that like satiny polish. So there's no clear coat or anything on this kit. This is pretty raw. This is raw still. It did have a lot of swirls in the surface, which isn't a big deal if you're just going to, like I said, like I did, just going to polish it down. That doesn't really matter. But the quality of the construction, the way the kit stands really well, it poses. I didn't really mess with the posing too much because I wasn't really going to go too wacky, but looks like you can get some cool stuff. There is some decent mobility in the ankles and some toe movement related. Totally can do the that kickstance. I bet you could balance that if you really cared to. I don't care to, but my cutting mat is super uneven from years of being in the sun. Yeah, so that's it. Things that I might do to this, or I plan on doing to this kit, I think I'd like to extend the torso a little bit, make it a little bit taller, and extend the upper legs to make it just stand just a little bit more. I'd like, maybe a few millimeters to the waist, a couple of millimeters each, or 5 millimeters each to the legs, or something, just to draw it out a little bit. Add the enhance the overall stature. But okay, guys. A couple more things real quick before I get out of this. It comes with a few different sets of hands. It has these articulated doodles. They're a couple of joints, but it's basically just your mild expressive hands if they will focus. There you go. From the era. I don't know where the kit was from. I don't have the box handy, and that's just kind of what it goes. Oh, and it also comes with a series of these other just like plug and play posing hands, which are always quality. So, 2 beam sabers, and the beam saber handles, which are kind of cool. They're in here on the side of the sheet. Pop those out. So, yeah, I enjoyed this kit. If you are interested in building a Xeon kit from Zeta, like a grunt suit or something that's a little bit different, try and find yourself a Marasai. They're interesting. They have a lot of options in regards to or a lot of opportunity in regards to customization and little subtle tweaking to. It's a kind of like a big canvas. So I hope you go out and pick one up. If you do, or if you don't, or whatever, go ahead and comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think, and I always like to talk about stuff, so that's why I'm the bro. So we'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good night. Cheers. All right. Fix that again. Hey guys, I'm just gonna edit that out. Hey guys, here's my RMS 108 Marasai Master Grade overview and P-Bandai Ballute